Hey guys, it's Chris here. I know I'm back in the building, but at the same time, there have been numerous events over the last few days which I kind of feel as if that I do need to say, or I think you guys need to be aware of, because I think most of us know that a lot of the home counties and of course Greater London have entered a new stage, Tier 4, which has brought arguably some confusion amongst people, which I can understand because at first I was confused by some of the rules. However, at the same time, I think I'm going to clarify some of the rules for those that don't understand them. And I do have an important message at the end of this video. However, if you want to skip to that part, then by all means, feel free to do so right now. However, I'm going to explain some of the basics of the rules under Tier 4 set out by the government. Another thing that rehabilitation centres can continue, so for drug rehabilitation and alcohol rehabilitation, etc., etc., that can still continue, but up to 15 people can attend in any one group setting. So there is still a limit on what you can and can't do when it comes to getting support in some way, shape, or form. Another thing that I will mention is that weddings, where, and there's an exception to this, there's a maximum of 6 people. However, the exception that I will mention is that it's only really allowed for those people that are, say, for example, if one of the partners is likely to have life changing surgery, or the person does not have long left to live. I don't want to try and sugarcoat it and make it seem like a bad thing, but this is what the government has stated on the gov.co.uk website, and I will put it in the description below right at the end. Fines, well, they're still the same pretty much throughout the whole COVID-19 crisis. £200 for a first offence, and they will double up until £6,400 with illegal gatherings over 30 people. If you're part of one or you're guilty of organising one, then you can be subject to a £10,000 fine. Another thing that I will mention though is that obviously stay away from people that are at risk or in a vulnerable group. I know that seems very common sense these days. However, I think I still should put it out there for those that are still not quite aware of it. Moving around within Tier 4 areas, because obviously I know London's in a Tier 4 area, bear in mind that you shouldn't leave a Tier 4 area unless it's absolutely necessary, such as work reasons. I know that I'm just stating one reason. However, this list is non-exhaustive for that matter. So once again, if you want to check out what the rules state, then go to the gov.co.uk website in the link, as I will provide at the end of the video. Same time, people should plan their routes, try and walk and cycle wherever necessary, or try and use public transport at less busy times. Travel abroad is strongly discouraged, once again, unless it's because of work reasons, excuse me. But at the same time, it's just kind of the government's message of trying to get us to stay home, and hopefully at some point we can try and stop the spread of the virus, hopefully at some point soon. I don't know when, because obviously I'm not a medical professional, but I'm just trying to use my platform on YouTube to try and boost some degree of positivity in these very tough times. There are still a few things that you can do under Tier 4 restrictions in terms of going to key places, such as going to the supermarket to buy the necessary groceries for yourself or for other people for that matter, because they still encourage people to go out and shop for others where necessary. Public services such as your banks, your pharmacies, your post offices, they're still open. So if you need to see someone in a bank branch, then you're allowed to do so. If you need to post a letter or parcel, then you can do that. However, bear in mind that the Royal Mail posting deadline is approaching, so I think it's the 23rd of December, so don't get caught out by it. Another one on the list is a pet or veterinary services. So if you have a seriously ill pet, you can still go and see them without hesitation. However, there are some numerous places which unfortunately do have to close at this very moment in time. So some of which include non-essential retail services such as clothing shops or gift shops. They're the ones that have to close under Tier 4 restrictions. Indoor gyms, they also have to close. So for those that rely on the gym, unfortunately, you guys cannot go and visit a gym to do some form of physical exercise, you'd still have to kind of find a way to use outdoor exercise. I know it's harsh saying it, but at the same time, I don't enjoy the fact that indoor gyms are closed because of the fact that the mental health benefits that it delivers to people in some cases on a daily basis. The fact that they're closed is a bit of a shame, but at the same time, these are government regulations, and entertainment venues such as your theatres, your concert halls, they also have to close at this very moment in time. And personal care services such as barbers, hairdressers, tattoo parlours, and piercing parlours, they too also have to close. But in summary, that is some of the things you can and can't do under Tier 4 restrictions. And now here's my important message. Anyways, guys, as I mentioned in the start of my video earlier, and for those that have fast forwarded to this very point, this is my important message because it's 2020. We're here at the end of the year with, practically speaking, a week to go until 2021. However, for some people, they've experienced massive highs, but others, they've experienced extreme lows, which I can totally understand. However, I think at this very moment in time, it's important that we're here for each other. And guys, don't forget, at some point, why not check on a mate? Just ask them, look, are they doing okay? Or ring someone to say, look, oh, how are you doing? Because at the same time, there are some people at Christmas time that unfortunately, because of these Tier 4 regulations that have come into force, they may not be able to see anyone, or they've had their Christmas plans thrown out the window as a consequence of the government's news that was released on Saturday evening. However, I think if we all stick into this together and check on each other's mental health, then I think we can make this world a better place. But if you guys want to check out any mental health charities, then I'll leave a link to a few in the description below. But once again, guys, thanks for bearing with me on this video. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do so right here. If you want to check out the government's regulations and some of the mental health charities, then please feel free to check out the links in the description below. But I hope you guys do have a good Christmas and check out my videos as they're released across the week. And until next time, guys, peace out.